I'm Dan Meyer, publisher of BizTimes Milwaukee and BizTimes.com, and welcome to the M&A Forum. In today's program, our experts will share their insights and experiences so that you are more informed about what to do when faced with deciding your company's future.
The last thing you do on a deal is concentrate on human synergies. It's the very last thing. If you're looking at human synergies, you're missing the boat. They will sort themselves out over time. People will self-select themselves out. And or you get into it for 6 months or 12 months, you'll figure it out, but don't go too quickly because you can take a tremendous amount of knowledge out of a company, and that is the value of a company.
What I did is I really looked at my life strategically, and I decided I wanted another chapter. And as I thought about it, I thought, what gives me energy versus what takes energy from me? And so I really wanted to reframe my life so I had more things that were giving me energy. I loved what I did. I just felt that I could have a chapter that more leveraged the strengths that I have.
I think there were 3 questions that I had to answer. The first was, did I need to sell, or was there an other way of transitioning the business? The second option was, did I have employees, people within the firm that could be part of the transition? And we had that internal discussion, and that sounded unlikely. And so that led me, I concluded that I needed to sell the business. Once that decision was made, it was when to sell.
There's a couple of ways to go at it. One is to plan and one is not to plan. Those people who plan a sale of their business and their transition tend to be happier with the results than those people who don't do that planning.
If you're an entrepreneur or you're a business owner, there's a lot of language, a lot of customs, a lot of things that, being an accountant originally, you'd think I would understand, but there's a lot of learning to go on, a lot of terminology, a lot of things that when the people start doing the deal, all these things are customary, and they're not customary to me. It's all new to me.
We were a very well capitalized organization. We didn't need to sell. We were growing quite well throughout the states we operated, but when that buyer came along, just getting familiar with what the buyer's plans for what you've built was important to us, and we felt comfortable with that buyer who wanted to retain our name, retain our brand. We felt good about the fact that, hey, we were hooking up with a buyer that was going to run this similar to how we ran it over the years, and at the same time we were able to take some chips off the table and take some of that risk away.
Know the end game, because that's typically how most of us run our businesses anyways. And there was a question earlier about the feeling of a sense of loss, and my gut reaction is as a business owner, if you think you're going to feel a tremendous sense of loss because of a sale, you really need to be thinking about why you are selling.
One thing I would say is that in having worked with a number of business owners, sometimes we see those individuals go through a recapitalization and they don't address the ultimate sale. So maybe they were able to pull some money off the table, improve some personal liquidity, maybe have a little bit more of a lifestyle. They had management coming on, but they haven't solved the end game on the sale. So anytime we go through a recapitalization, we specifically ask people for a plan that would be tied to what is your exit strategy, because you haven't solved that.
If you go the recapitalization route, you're bringing in a partner, and that could be very good in many cases, right? You're going to bring people with other ideas that might bring value to it, might have certain industry knowledge and such, but you are no longer, again, depending how the deal is structured, you are probably no longer going to be the ultimate decision maker or the only decision maker. So a lot of you have to think about from your own perspective, how well do you play with others? How well do you consult with others? Are you comfortable sharing decision making with others? Because that's going to be a big factor in whether a recapitalization will be successful long term.
So we're going to continue with the program with the 3 concurrent breakout sessions. Behind the curtain, financing options and little known secrets, the sale process, what to expect when you're expecting to sell, and then the session building company value timeline to exit.